And we're back. Let's go. We're better to start than at Anfield. So Manchester United, we Liverpool, and no one thought it would finish the result that it finished. 0-0, so let's be real.
I mean, 2 points dropped for us. Can't believe, we've come away. With
Yeah.
point.
I want you to be serious, God. You really thinking that's 2 points dropped?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Give over.
Look in the context of
Listen,
things.
you could hear from when Neville was talking about it in commentary, and I think you could hear it from the fans as well, right? That I think you could just tell by the fans' discontent online as well, pre-game, that they were happy with the way the game was going. I was getting a few texts from Manchester United fans during the game. One of them says to me, I hope that they bring Rashford on second half, take more of a gamble. I go, G, you should be happy with the way it's going and just see it out as a 0-0. But in my opinion, I'd like to start. It shows that Manchester United can shut up shop. They can be a good defensive team when they want to be playing against the best attacking team in the country, arguably. Right? Yeah. The best attacker in the country, arguably, Mohamed Salah, who loves feasting on them.
Apparently, they hadn't not scored in a game for 34 consecutive games. And
in the previous 2 games at Anfield against Manchester United, it's 12-0 or aggregate.
11.
11, sorry, 4-0 and 7-0, sorry, my bad. Right? And, sorry, man. I stand corrected.
Don't make it sound like, it's so bad.
It was really bad, 7-0 is historic, but that's what I mean. On the back of that, 1 season on.
Yeah, I mean, being honest about it.
With 12 first team players out. 13, sorry. Johnny Evans was at centre back. I really thought that.
Masterclass.
It was.
He's so good on the ball. Honestly, I'm not taking piss. I know I'm one of the guys that says he shouldn't be at United.
He shouldn't, obviously.
But with what we've got at our disposal,
he's there. He's doing all right. He's doing the job, isn't it? And Rafael Varane, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he rolled the years back.
What's going on there?
It was a Real Madrid performance.
My thing is that he's doing it for a transfer. He knows he's on his way out.
I mean,
just to show the rest of Europe, I've still got it in me.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that, or he could even stay till summer. You don't know, do you? Because right now he's the only senior centre back. Well, him and Evans are the only senior centre backs.
I want Juve to sign him.
You never know. Saudi most likely. Though.
Yeah.
But yeah, good defensive performance by United.
Very good, man.
Even though Liverpool...
What was Dalot sent off for? Sorry, before we move on. Do you know?
Apparently double descent.
What is double descent?
I don't know.
Can someone explain to us what double descent is?
I don't know how... I mean, I'd understand if it was first minute and...
Yeah, exactly.
50th minute, 60th minute, even 20th minute. But the fact that it was within 10 seconds, he got 2 yellow cards.
Amazing.
Ridiculous. And now we're
should be overturned.
Now we're missing a right back.
I feel like it should be overturned.
It should be, but it won't be. It's United, it won't be.
Oh, right, maybe. Let's see.
I'm not crying or I'm just being honest.
So until United, very good defensive performance. Kobe Mainu, I want to move on to next. We're on to United. We'll just stay on United, on the positives, on the negatives of United. Then we'll move on to Liverpool. But we thought Kobe Mainu, we both said it as well. That I think I said it more like that him and Amrabat together, that's going to be the one, and it showed today that Kobe Mainu's his 3 first Premier League starts have been at Goodison Park, St James Park, and Anfield.
And he started away at Galatasaray.
And
in every game he's been...
So he's been thrown right into the fire, and he's shown that he's got the ability, the quality to handle it. And when he's on the ball, he's one of the midfielders that looks like he's got that extra second. So it shows that he's always ahead.
I mean, what it is with him is he just keeps the game ticking.
There was one nice moment right in the second half, I remember, where he shielded it, I think, from Salah, and then he let someone bounce off him, and he released Anthony onto the right. That's when Anthony did that. Forget Anthony, I'm not even going to talk about that guy today, the right back. He should be a right back. I don't know, United complain about Dalot. Dalot should be the right winger and he should be the right back. I tell you straight. Bro, problem solved. Because when Dalot's going forward, he has more drive going forward. Yeah, he knows how to attack. And this guy is better defensively than he is anything else. I've not seen Anthony still sprint past his marker, bro. You tell me. He lets him catch up. And then...
I mean, like he says, the less said about him, the better.
Bro, the guy, one successful dribble today I seen, and that was because he's against Trent. Trent just doesn't like defending. I don't know what you're doing, my boy. Get your defensive game back up. Trent needs to sort it out. So yeah, Kobe Mainu, what would you give him out of 10? Today's performance at Anfield?
8.
Did you see a difference in the midfield, so?
Clear.
If Bruno played instead of McTominay, would you have had more of a danger and carried more of a danger?
There's no question.
And Do you subscribe to the fact that Bruno's got himself suspended? I don't. I
No.
didn't like that. There was a few
No.
pundits that I think it's
I
Michael
think-
Owen
I
and
think-
Graham Souness and these that started
I
pushing
think
that
Bruno's
narrative
one
out
of
there.
them-
I don't feel like
think
that.
Bruno's one of them guys, and you know what? Funnily enough, a lot of people criticize him, but me and you are probably Bruno on the pitch.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. I know what you mean.
He's the
yeah.
first person that's going for the decision.
Yeah.
He's the first person that's running to the ref.
And he's
the first person that's shouting.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
He wants to win. He's a winner.
Not just that, with Bruno.
It's natural.
I read somewhere that he's only missed one game due to injury since he's joined. One match due to injury. So the guy is availability. His pain threshold's obviously very high. So I don't subscribe to the fact that Bruno got himself suspended to miss this game. Because if he was there where McTominay was, and I agree with what you said always as well, McTominay is more of a number 10 support striker. He showed, because he had two behind him, he could be that. Yeah, 100%. He has to be off the bench. He's not a guy that starts, because he did lose the ball a lot in positions where you should keep it, you should retain it.
I mean, you put the ball in positions where you can possibly create more chances.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Their defense isn't as good as people think. They've conceded a lot of goals.
Virgil van Dijk was good today, now that you mentioned that.
Yeah, Van Dijk. I mean,
he put some effort in, is what I mean, and we finally seen him break a sweat. But it was good.
I mean, the thing is, in this game, everyone's motivated.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the historic rivalry between the two clubs, and everyone knows that this is the game that all eyes are on. It doesn't matter how shit one club is and how good the other is. All eyes are on this game.
On to the forwards now, right? For Manchester United, Rasmus Højlund could have broken the duck, should have broken the duck. I'll be real with you, yeah. What a chance. That was the chance of the match.
Yeah.
Great move.
Best chance.
McTominay's pass into him.
Yeah.
If it was me, I was thinking, why did he take that extra touch? But then I remembered he can use his right foot, but it was a scuffed finish, man. Seems like he's lacking composure.
I think to be honest with you, I'll give credit to Alisson because he came out very quick.
Yeah.
He closed the angle down, and I think Rasmus did have one or two defenders on him.
He had one to do.
Yeah.
Touched it.
So it wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard either.
Yeah.
I think he needs to keep that low if he's got any chance of scoring. He kept it at a comfortable height with the keeper, and in the end, obviously, we didn't score. So, 2 points dropped.
He missed another chance as well in this later on. Then when he completely missed the ball, where I feel like he should have got something on it again. That's where the striker needs to put his foot on it. That's where Højlund now needs to step up.
I mean, what we've got to remember with him, which I always reiterate, is he's 20 years old. He's got a lot of learning to do. This is his first year in England. I know we're out of the Champions League, but he's still the current joint top goal scorer in the Champions League. So
would you compare him to what Darwin Núñez was last season?
No, because he doesn't get chances.
Okay.
Darwin Núñez would get, 10 chances to shoot. He'd take all 10 chances to shoot.
Yeah.
And he'd probably score one out
Right,
of 10.
okay.
Now,
it's still a damning statistic.
Højlund,
I know what you're saying, that Højlund needs service.
Look.
But in the modern game, wouldn't you say so that a striker should be able to do it himself as well, hustle and bustle?
In the Premier League, yeah, bear in mind, this was before today's match, which he probably did have a few passes put into him. But of all the forwards in the Premier League,
he's at the last part. You're going to say
the least passes received.
No problem, but what I'm saying is sometimes Drogba would be in the same position.
Even Anthony Martial
has had more passes
into him. I can name you
no problem.
List of strikers,
no, but so do you know what it seems to be like, yeah.
You don't get provided.
That's one thing, right? But if it's a United player that's struggling and he seems to have been doing well and the effort's there, the fans will find a way, and they have done in the last decade, bro. They'll find any way to defend him because that's just the Manchester United way. I'm not saying that's wrong or right. You lot can comment on that as a fan base. I just feel this on the outside looking in, that you lot will defend your players using these. Me personally, I think that's what emboldens the players as well. They be online, they check, they know what's going to be being said. I think it emboldens them that they think, you know what, the fans do see some of these smaller metrics, they point it out a lot and they back us up. Now, if it was me, I would say to Rasmus Højlund personally, yeah, you're playing well, you're doing everything, but it's about time you bloody put one in the net, mate. Anyway.
See, the thing is wingers don't. Now, if you watched the first half today, and I was screaming this during the first half, all our play that we did get against Liverpool on the transition or whatever you want to call it, yeah, was through Garnacho and Anthony.
Yeah.
Højlund, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, you might not know, you might know. I don't think I saw him take a touch for the first half.
I didn't as well.
So maybe he needs to try getting more involved, but at the same time, the wingers need to be looking for him. There was a few times where, obviously I don't want to go into Anthony, but there's a few times where Anthony comes in and the shots either shit or the cross isn't good enough.
You can say, all right, you don't get the service. Erling Haaland don't touch the ball sometimes. I know he's not no Haaland. I didn't compare him. I never have compared him to Erling Haaland.
Man City make 20, 30 chances a game. They dominate the ball 70 to 80% of the game. There's a whole different...
But Rasmus Højlund got...
Rasmus Højlund in the City team. All right, he's not doing Erling Haaland numbers, but he'll get you 20,
No,
30 goals.
but the point I was going to make was this right there. You got them 2 chances in the second half. It seems like maybe he's not switched on all the time and he's not expecting maybe... He should be... What I'm saying is, as a top-level striker, maybe he should now put it into his head after today as well. I should expect even 1 chance. It could fall to me, it might fall to me, and if it does fall to me, that's the time I'll be clinical. Ruud van Nistelrooy, just before you carry on, so we were talking about this guy last night, me, you, Frey, yeah? Talking about Ruud van Nistelrooy, Manchester United's greatest ever poacher that we've seen with our own eyes, I'm saying, yeah? Bro, that's what I mean, Ruud van Nistelrooy. 1 chance, Van Nistelrooy, give him 1 chance, he's gobbling it.
I think, like I said, the thing is, he's 20 years old. Like, we'll try finishing on United now, yeah, but on hindsight, when you look at, I'll give you another example.
We're finishing on Andre Onana, mate.
On the flip side, okay,
for United.
We'll finish on Onana, yeah. But on the flip side, Anthony Martial came into the United team a teen, yeah. Højlund's 20, same kind of thing, yeah. Martial hit 17 goals in his first season. Everyone was wowed by him.
I don't know why we're talking about Anthony Martial again.
No,
this is what I mean, man.
No, I'm trying to explain something to you. So he had this high ceiling from day
Yeah.
He was meant to progress further on from there. Højlund has come in and the numbers aren't kicking yet, but the team isn't kicking either. Now, once the team is actually kicking, trust me, I've seen enough attributes from this guy. I'm not defending him. You can say what you want. Bro, I've seen a lot from this guy. I'm not saying his goal scoring sick. I've just seen attributes.
I don't think he's a good finisher.
I think he will be a good finisher.
But he needs to improve on it. I really don't. I don't think it's natural.
He hasn't had enough chances to...
No, even though, look at his record at Atlanta last season, he only got 8 goals in the end.
He didn't start enough.
Okay, fair play.
Goals.
Okay, 10.
9 in the league.
He's never, I think he's never got like 15 in a season, not even for Sturm Graz or Copenhagen. So I'm
he
just...
barely started for Atalanta. Trust me.
I know, because you're telling me so, but he scored against Stuttgart as well. Juventus, he gave us the problem.
Why the spotlight's going to be on him now is he's playing for Manchester United. He's coming for
It has to be.
He's coming for 64
So then he has to improve his... I personally think the only thing that does need to improve in his game right now, from what I can see, is his finishing ability. But he's going to come good, definitely. Andre Onana at the back. I don't think United fans had a lot of confidence in him coming into the game, let's be honest. But he gave a decent performance. What do you think?
I think his playing out from the back was very good.
It's as usual. And there was at the start, there was a funny moment in the first 10 minutes where Liverpool was swarming and you could tell that the defenders, and so I think that he should take more responsibility moments like that and say, listen, I'll just punt it forward, because the long kicks are good as well. He could put it on a bloody sixpence long.
I mean, to be honest with you, I have seen a few of his long kicks for United, but I don't think I've seen enough as what I should see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because Edison does it a lot. Alisson do it. They sometimes draw him in, long pass into the midfield. He's got it in his locker. We know he has. There's no doubt in that. Onana is one of the best in the world at doing that from goalkeeper, and that's why they bought him for that. And I think the style of play, I didn't expect Erik ten Hag to go as defensive as he did, and for United to be as disciplined as they were defensively. It's a very long time since we've seen United put in a disciplined defensive display, right? That was some alliteration for you there. But honestly, props to him, and it shows that they can do it.
Yeah.
So,
good point.
On to Liverpool now. I thought that they would knock on the door more. Now that, moving on from that, saying that United were in the low block, I didn't expect that a lot. I thought, all right, Liverpool would start knocking on that door, wave after wave. First of all, atmosphere was subdued. We were talking about last week that yesterday, that there's going to be a new stand.
Extra people.
Didn't really count. Didn't really matter.
I think what happened is it started off quite loud and quite, the atmosphere was quite negative if you're a United player.
Yeah.
But then as the game went on, I think they realised, like, even though they were getting shots off, there was nothing that really troubled Onana other than Van Dijk's header. I can't remember anything else.
Konaté's shot should have gone either side of him, in my opinion. I think that was their best chance I can remember in the second half. When he spun on the ball in the box and then he side-footed it straight at Onana in the end. That was the best chance I can remember from the second half.
Probably.
Right?
And then obviously that Trent shot from out of the box.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, they didn't trouble Onana.
Salah started getting frustrated. When Salah's getting frustrated is when he's in and around the box and he's not looking for the pass, he's just looking to get anyhow, get in on goal.
And his shot wasn't good enough today either.
That 1-2 with Nunes that he did though, wow man. The reason I'm mentioning that is because me and you were talking off-pod about his passing ability this season, Salah, man. Some of the passes that the one from the throw-in I'm on about, when he did that quick throw-in, the 1-2 that he did with Nunes and he passed it into him. Perfect, man. He's got that in his locker, 100%. I don't know, Liverpool will be disappointing, so man, the midfield, I think that's why they lost.
In May, when Arsenal win the title, or when City win the title, they're going to look back at this result and say, that cost us.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. They were subdued, in my opinion.
I'm not saying they deserve to win.
They didn't deserve for that reason.
The way the history's been recently and the way we've been this season, like...
Look, I'll be honest.
We've only nilled 5 teams in the league this season. Yeah, I'm not saying obviously Fulham, Everton, Burnley. Was it? No,
someone else. Liverpool gone.
2 more, Wolves and 1 more. Yeah, that is mad. Only them teams couldn't score against us, and the best scoring team in the league at home couldn't score against us. I'm gonna finish on that.
Well, it was a bit disappointing for me that Liverpool going forward, they were disappointing. I thought Salah would have done more, but I think they were surprised again. It's going back to the whole theme of this analysis. They were surprised that United were in the low block and that discipline to stay in the low block, stay in the positions. They didn't really move out.
I don't think it's a surprise, man. We've been getting spanked this season.
Yeah, but so when have you ever seen United defend? Like you said, it's the point I made about the defensive discipline. We knew you're going to sit in, but United never have discipline.
It's the players that he started.
They were disciplined, man.
He started the right team.
Rafael Varane has shown in 2 games now against Bayern Munich and Liverpool.
You got to give the manager props for his tactics today. He did well.
To be fair, I didn't think that they were going to work. I thought what he's doing is he's gone too defensive here, right? And it's not going to work out for him.
That's the team he has to play minus McTominay and minus Antony.
That's the team that Eric Ten Hag has to play, you're saying.
Minus McTominay, Antony and Evans. You bring Martinez in, a right winger. And
he's definitely not dropping Antony. Never. That's his favourite guy in the whole world, right? On to, so you were saying, right, about that being major for Liverpool moving forward. I don't think that is really going to be a big thing, but I did think that they should have won. They should have put more into it. Man, there's something missing with Liverpool today, right? Should have got a goal at least, or should have knocked on that door at least.
I mean, to be fair with you, they've been getting a lot of jammy wins recently, so it's about time, someone stopped them.
Someone stopped the jammy rut, yeah. On to Arsenal, the champions-elect so far. I think that they're the ones that are doing it. They look like champions. The mentality's coming through, always there. Declan Rice, I want to start on Deckers, mate. Signing of the season for me so far. I didn't think it'd be this good. Wow, what a player, man. He stepped up. I watched him play. I don't know if you watched Arsenal today.
I've seen the highlights here.
He was class, man.
Martinelli was good.
Every time they vertically passed the ball in and they tried to start an attack Brighton, Declan Rice was there, stepping in the midfield. He loved stepping in and then starting that attack, running forward. There's another one that he did right. Really good one in the second half. I think they were already 2-0 up or 1-0 up at the time. He's dropped his shoulders on Pascal Gross on the halfway line, right? He carried on running, driving. Then he showed, he dropped his shoulder on his left. He took the other guy on and a left foot shot.
I think what it is with Rice is we've seen it from West Ham. Obviously, we didn't know if it was going to be
translated into at the highest level.
Yeah, into a better.
He's at the highest level now, so let's be real.
Yeah, on a consistent basis, and he's always had that drive. In his run, he's not slow. He's quick.
He reminds me of
long stride.
Roy Keane.
He could be similar. Yeah, he could be very similar.
He reminds me of Roy Keane. This guy.
Long strides.
Move is perfect.
Breaking through the midfield. Keane have actually got the
praise and the credit deserved. And I'm trying to give him a year by saying that.
Not many people know actually when people talk about Roy Keane, they'll always think, destroyer. Roy Keane was not a destroyer, boys. Roy Keane was a box-to-box midfielder
100%.
at Nottingham Forest, a little goal scorer that would run in and tackle and tenacious, and he could pass the ball as well.
Declan Rice, man, he's in that ilk for me, definitely, right?
If he carries on the way he's playing,
obviously, I'm not saying he's Roy Keane. I'm just saying he plays like Roy Keane, and to me, he's giving me Roy Keane vibes because his leadership on the pitch. You can see, man, Arsenal looked to him and he's dragging him.
You can see he's hungry. He wants that title.
Yeah. You're right.
He's that London boy that wants to win a title.
Yeah, 100%. And
wants to win the
he's
league.
come, man, with that mission on his mind that And I think he's accepted the responsibility and he's embraced it.
Remember,
I'm the man.
You've got to remember there are a lot of West Ham academy. Well, actually, it was a Chelsea academy. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he was Chelsea academy.
But
Man. Crazy story.
In a sense, he's still. You
Just
know what I
London
mean?
boy, yeah, I know what you
Grown up at
mean.
West Ham.
100%.
So there's a lot of West Ham youngsters that have gone on to other clubs and then won the league.
Yeah,
A lot,
they have.
a lot.
And I think that he has been the difference for Arsenal, and he is going to be the difference if they are to win the league. They are the favourites now, in my opinion. It's there for them.
I still think they need a striker.
In January,
Yes.
who would you get?
I don't know who did you get. Osimhen's just signed a new deal. Tony's band's
Did you see
coming off.
Osimhen's assist?
No.
Bad boy, check it out.
Tony's band's coming off, but will Tony be the same? I mean, I love Tony.
I think he's the one that they were going to buy.
They linked with him quite heavily.
Well, say that Jesus got a goal, that the type of goal that they crying out for, the striker, he was a poacher, he was at the back post, he stayed there, nice header.
I mean, empty net, innit?
But that's what I know, but this is what I mean. So when he's not there, we're going to say he's not there.
No.
Let's give him credit.
But we don't say when he's not there. What we say is when he actually gets opportunities, or, for example, he's such a good, dribbler and uses his body.
You should have
when he
seen
comes in the box and he does someone, and the shot
you're
ends
saying
up
about his
being timid.
dribbling, right?
The shot ends up being timid.
You should have seen his skill today, right? One of the touches he did on one of the Brighton players. Oh my day, this Brazilian flair, the guy's got saucy.
What was the shot like?
No, it was a showboating moment in the middle of the pitch because he drops deep, doesn't it? It was just bad, man. The guy's got sick touch. Jesus and King Kai, I'll call him King Kai. Good goal, good finish, good move. He's settling in now after all the jokes and the jive, mate. He put his head down. They seem like they found him a role. Arteta seems like he's found him a role. Not a number 8, not a number 10, somewhere in the middle, 8.5. That's what I see when I'm watching Kai Havertz, right? He's floating about in that left space and he's doing his thing. But he's got that thing about him as well.
What he's doing well recently, from what I've noticed in the last few games, is he's running onto the ball at a perfect time.
And it's a big goal scoring threat for him. He's showing that he's got that there now.
He's always been obviously not a goal scorer, but he's always been someone who, when he's in the box, he's a threat.
Yeah.
He's always been that, even at Chelsea, he's always been a threat in the box. So for him, it's paying off. And I don't know, I think Rod put a stat up in the group where I think he scored as many goals in his last 7 games for Arsenal than he did in his last 40. So
check that out.
It's mad, innit?
Gabriel in the centre back, I wanted to talk about him as well today. I've been a bit of a critic of him. He's an erratic guy, but he sorted it out this season.
Saliba gets a lot of the praise, but you got to say Gabriel is actually
bad man.
He's a very good
so
defender.
solid, man. He's that guy. He brings the bite,
And
the brawn.
The fact that they're both young, and you could say he's coming into his prime.
Yeah.
I think
Gabriel, they're both like 25, 26.
No, Saliba's younger. Gabriel's slightly older. I'm sure. I might be wrong, but
But that's a partnership that's burgeoning, and they need to keep it together.
They need to keep it together, and if they've got any chance of winning the league, they need to keep them two fit.
And Tommy Yasu needs to come back at left back. Because trust me, left back's very, very weak at the moment. They concede a lot from there. He's weak. He's not the guy at left back for me, in my opinion. Mikel Arteta, final point on Arsenal. Did he really need to change the goalkeeper this season? I don't think so. But I think that was an unnecessary thing which has unstabilised Arsenal. If anything has unstabilised them. Ramsdale could have done the same. Raya hasn't done anything which, when you're looking, saying, yo, Ramsdale can't do that. What has he bought?
He's made more mistakes already.
And I tell you why, bro, everyone praised Mikel Arteta. Well, Arsenal fans were quick to praise him because they bought him in. It's like they bought him in for one match, Goodison Park. That was the first game they bought him in and he caught everything. That's why we bought David Raya. What about everything else after that? Let's be real. David Raya or David, however he says his first name, he hasn't really inspired any confidence yet. I don't think that was, it wasn't really needed. What's your opinion on it? So,
I mean, you know my opinion on it. I've been banging on about it for ages. I mean, when Ole did it and he bought Henderson back, and then you had Henderson coming in the team and he dropped De Gea, and then after a bit, Henderson...
Just get rid of one, innit?
You can't have 2 good goalkeepers or 2 very decent goalkeepers, or even 2, whatever it is.
Unless you like someone like Sergio Romero who says, you know what, I don't mind, I'll play in the cups and things.
The thing is, Romero was obviously...
Listen, you said that Romero's the best backup goalkeeper in Premier League history, so...
He is.
There you are, that's what I'm saying. So unless you're Sergio Romero who can accept, I'll sit back. So Romero's top level goalkeeper, if he's the best backup, that's what my...
Yeah, no, 100.
If you think about it, so he accepted it, he goes, all right, I'll play in the cups. And Mourinho actually gave him the full cup run. He didn't just say, all right, you're going up to the final. We all like that, praise that about Mourinho and that moment as well.
He endeared himself he endeared himself
To the
with
United
fans.
faithful.
So, and I think with this is, Arteta's not doing it like that. Like, it's not, oh, you're my cup keeper, you're my league keeper. Like, you know, if they actually had fixed positions, which I still don't agree with, but if they actually had fixed competitions, sorry, not positions, I wouldn't argue it. I don't agree with it, but I wouldn't argue it.
I know what you
Because
mean.
then at least next man knows, oh, I'm a Carabao Cup's coming.
And
FA
FA
Cup's coming
and
up,
Europe.
Europa League's coming,
Yeah,
or
Champions League for them
League.
this season.
But then it doesn't make sense where you want to win the Champions League, you want to win the Premier League, but isn't the main guy meant to be the main guy in the main two competitions? So it's just, it contradicts itself.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Because it unsettles you
I mean,
going
if
forward.
you didn't learn from watching Ole a few years ago, then obviously
It's never really worked in football.
No, it doesn't.
Hammers, Wolves, we're staying in London. Mohamed Kudus, man, what a guy, what a player. What a player, man. Mohamed Kudus. I still can't get my head around how and why no one really bought him. Why they even made a bid for him. Why didn't they go for him? Well, they are going to now. Another double. Lucas Paqueta got a hat-trick of assists. Jared Bowen scored against someone. Hammers was dominant, bro.
I swear he's like third or fourth.
Yeah, he is. He's in the top 5
goal scorer in the
scorers.
Premier League.
I'm trying to think, has he reached 10 now?
I think he's hit 10. He's hit 10.
All right,
9 or 10, yeah.
It's definitely 10. Then if today's goal is either 9 or 10 that he's hit.
Yep.
So that's impressive, man. Jared Bowen
Very
carrying on, doing what he's doing. West Ham, right?
Does he deserve an England call-up?
Yeah, he deserves to stay in the squad.
Back up to Saka?
Yeah, 100%. Good shout. And Hammers themselves deserve a bit of credit, man, this season. Everyone's talking, at the start of the season, everyone was talking about Brighton. Now everyone's talking about Villa. Hammers are going under the radar.
They're a bit of a yo-yo team, though, if you ask me.
All right.
They show good and then they show shit.
There'll be 3 wins in a row and then 2 losses and a draw. I know what you mean, yeah.
I mean, we're playing literally like...
You're playing them in 2 games?
No, we're playing like them in terms of results.
Well, you're playing them then in 2 games. What do you think of that?
Not 2 games, the next game.
Or is it the next match?
Away.
Eh?
Then we've got Villa.
All right, I thought it's Villa, then Hammers. All right, sorry.
Then our December's over.
So, how do you feel about going to Hammers then? Go on, I'm not talking about
I mean,
them.
historically, we don't always do too well there. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we get drawn. Sometimes they'll deal with us. So I don't know what to expect. If we can be as disciplined as we were against Liverpool, then I'll back us, because there is going to be a moment in that game where we break through, because we're a good counter team. We've always been a good counter team.
Have West Ham got like one of the techiest forward lines under the radar? Paqueta, Kudus, Jared Bowen. That's techie, man.
Good.
Paqueta got 3 assists today. He's on it.
I mean, obviously, Man City wanted him.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He's showing his brilliance. I mean, they probably could have done with him what they
Yeah,
right now.
well, I don't know. So it's the same thing about Matthias Nunes when I was asking you. What the hell? He didn't even play. He's just on the bench,
Yeah,
bro.
but Paqueta was the better player anyway.
He was.
They only signed Nunes because they couldn't get Paqueta. Remember?
Fair, but that's what I'm saying.
Backup option.
Backup option, but he's
I'll
still
be honest with you,
in that role in it that they wanted Paqueta
obviously
to replace.
Segueing into City, the signings that they've made, obviously like Doku, he's had a massive impact, yeah. But Kovacic and Nunes and whoever else they've signed, they've not really.
Has Guardiola allowed them to have an impact?
I don't feel like they've impacted the team like properly, you know. Like,
Does he trust
them?
him?
You know, I rate them. You know, I rate Kovacic especially.
Yeah, no, but I think it could be the thing with Guardiola, the first year, the system thing. I think he's got too many new system players now.
Yeah,
they're all trying to learn the system.
The thing is, why big up? Oh, yeah, we've got 4 in a row box. They start like, we know you've done the ultimate job in football. You did the treble.
Do you think Guardiola himself thought he's got 4 boxed? I don't think so.
Well, he said it.
Listen,
Even as far as
attacking the boys.
and never like Carragher's never won shit.
Yeah, no, straight
Like,
up.
he's never won the Premier League. Bro, Neville's got like bloody 10 Premier League medals
something
to
like
his
that,
name,
yeah.
man. He's won a treble as well. Like, what are you gonna say to him?
That's what you're saying to me, that I'm going for something that you can't
And
get.
if you don't do it now, what's Neville gonna say?
Oh, you know Neville's going to fire
Neville's
back at
gonna
him.
say,
He's not going to...
I told you Arsenal were going to win it. Last season I said City were going to win it. They
Yeah.
won it. This season I said Arsenal.
Neville loves doing that,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, he's going to love it.
Yeah, it's obvious. Do you know what it
He
is?
should be an accumulator, that guy.
You know what it is, yeah, about Manchester City. It's definitely the complacency is kicked in. More than that, are they bored? So is it just like there's something just missing, man? There's a little oomph missing.
I heard someone online, yeah, I think it was on TalkSport, yeah. I can't remember who were going on about it, but they said the Dwight York syndrome, they called it. So do you remember when obviously United won the treble?
Yeah.
Apparently Dwight York went up, I didn't know this, apparently Dwight York went up to Fergie and says, I need a year off, boss.
Yeah.
I never
I've
knew
heard
that.
about this.
I never knew
I've
that.
heard about this.
He goes, oh, I need a year off. He goes, I'm not motivated at all.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I need a year of football. And it's just mad, innit? Like, there probably are one or two players in that squad that are a bit lackadaisical at the moment.
Bro, they just they climbed Everest last year. They won the treble. They finally did it. There's some players probably looking around thinking, oh, I've been here, I've done this, forget it, man, I don't care. I really think that's what's going on now. Complacency setting. They're just looking around thinking, we've been here, we've done it. Doesn't matter.
I mean, the thing is, it does matter because you are feeding confidence into these teams. Remember, Arsenal were top of the league for 93% of last season.
You don't let me forget it, so I'll never forget.
I can never let you forget. I'll never let Rod forget. I'll never let anyone forget it, yeah? 93%. So now for them to be...
They're loading the last 7% up, mate.
Yeah, back into that driver's seat, yeah, like, it's massive, man. But one thing I can say, there's only a point separating them, Villa and Liverpool. It's fucking mad. 4 with City.
City are not out of it though, 100%.
100% they're not.
They're not out of it.
Of course they're not.
They're going on a run and they're going to...
Neither are we.
No, you were never in it. Jack Grealish, good finish, 3-3 now, first ever time in his career in the Premier League. We have been on his back a little bit. Eh?
No.
He did well, man. It's a good finish. Rico Lewis scored as well. But Palace are the bogey team, man. They had that in the bag.
I'll be honest with you.
They had that game in the bag, bro.
When I were looking at the score updates here, I see Man City 2-0 and I'm like, fucking hell, man. Like, 2-0. It's done. It's done.
Yeah,
I mean, in football, you should never think that at 2 because we know 2 is... The next goal is always important in a 2-0 scenario.
It is, yeah, 100%.
Man City not good enough.
You're talking of 2-0s, right? There's a lot of 2-0s this week. Everton v Burnley. Dyche was back at Burnley, mate, and he just showed what a manager. One of the greatest managers in Premier League history.
Solid win.
Listen to what I just said. One of the greatest managers in Premier League history, mate.
100%.
I tell you straight. What he did with Burnley at the first time.
With peanuts there, man.
Bro, he's killed it at Burnley. They named a pub after him next door.
He went back to his old stomping.
And he showed them that I'm the man.
Yeah.
He showed them, I'm the man.
You know the funny thing is, each time they scored, yeah, it was just like knocking his drink back. He was acting so cool.
But he is, isn't it? He so Dyche, you know I love the guy. He's cool, man.
Mourinho.
He is the ginger Mourinho, mate. He's a gangster. I love Sean Dyche. Bro, when Sean Dyche got appointed as Everton manager, right, we said it. We go, that's it.
Say no.
It's done. Everton, I saw it. They finally done it.
Where would they be if they didn't have a 10-point?
I tell you where they'd be, 4 points ahead of Chelsea. That's where they'd be, lad. That's where they'd be, mate. Right? On a good header. But Trafford, man, I spoke about him last week. I think he's abandoned, man. He came off with the ball. He missed it completely.
Yeah.
That's poor, man.
Do you know what it is? He's a young keeper. He's still learning on the job. I think he's a good prospect.
But
what I've
massive.
seen of him,
He's
I'm a
massive,
fan. He did still pull off a good few saves in that game.
Poor goal, that second one, though. That is where Burnley... right, I'll put my hand on it.
The defending.
Not that, the second ball defending, bro. They're so weak at him, man. Awful at it, bro. Awful. Did you see it? He Pickford route one, right? Ball pointed about a bit. Bang to Keane again. It's not good enough.
Vinny might as well prepare for Championship next season because they're going.
100%.
100%.
They're not staying up, man.
I don't care how good of a run they can go on. They're going.
The next 2-0 that we're going to talk about, Chelsea v Sheffield. Cole Palmer scoring again and assisting. It seems like it's the Palmer show whenever they do something at Chelsea, and they need to keep him.
40 on vid today, man.
I don't know, bro. You're tired, innit?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe the podcast is boring. We'll rattle through the end. No, we'll rattle through.
No,
I've got the hint, so bizarre. I'll rattle through the end, bro. Cole Palmer, great assist. Jackson's goal, flipping next. Thank God Jackson scored it, open net. Right, and Cole Palmer, good goal, so we need to check that goal out. I keep saying his name because I'm going to move on now. Forrest v Spurs, 2-0, Richarlison's header, and Kulusevski, bro.
Richarlison carrying on.
Yeah, man, I told you it's going to that. Not 7 in 49 now. It's 8 in 40, 8 in 50 now, bro. He's going to improve that record. He's going to improve it.
1 in 5, 1 in 6.
Matt Turner made a mistake for Kulusevski, man. And that's another one. We obviously got sold by Juventus. I don't know why Juventus sold this guy, to be honest. He was always good at Juve. Every time I watched him at Juve, he's so direct, he's so good, powerful runner. And just really good player, man. I remember one of my friends asking me, the editor actually, he's a Tottenham fan. He's like, tell me about Kulusevski. I go, I'm telling you right now, you've signed a gem of a winger there.
You know what it is? He's a proper right winger.
Yeah, he's what Anthony, again, another one that Anthony wishes he could be. Trust me.
Him and our team, Hoyland scoring.
You lot scoring. He's scoring.
Yeah, we're all scoring.
Trust me, he's very, very direct. I like the way he plays. He's always looking to go towards goal and that you won't play like that. Forrest again, so they're struggling, bro. Your boy Steve Cooper. Do you think he'll get sacked?
I told you something's been fishy for a while.
You think he'll
I've
get
been
sacked?
saying it. I know they're gonna back him again.
You think?
He was dirt last season and they backed him.
It's just as bad, mate.
No, I still think they've got enough quality in that team to turn it around, but they're going to be in a relegation scrap.
Luton's game, unfortunately, was postponed
Due
due to Tom Lockyer's second collapse in the year. Hope that gets better. Never nice to see that. He had a cardiac arrest. But yeah, so the game got suspended. He's I think he's in stable condition, so that's good to hear. But obviously that game will have to be played at a later date. Dominic Solanke scored again, bro. Just on a...
Chelsea Academy product?
Yeah, I went to Liverpool and then ended up there. Right, on to Newcastle. So they played Fulham 3-0. Raul Jimenez. Yeah, Raul Jimenez, bro. Mental challenge he went for. Have you seen it? Oh my days, it's hilarious, bro. The ball's on the floor, he's at his head. He went for a proper high kick. Crazy, and to me it was a clear head.
You know what? Even though I did expect Newcastle to win, the form Fulham have been in, I didn't expect them to get whitewashed.
Yeah, not rolled over. No. It was the red card that got to him. And even Silva said it after the game that, you know, it's one of them. Your boy, Miley, got his first ever professional goal. Good goal, scrapper. But it is what it is, and he's a top player, so man. To be 17 years old and to continuously play, bro.
I mean, he looks like he's got something about him.
Come on, man. 17 to keep playing, man. Yeah, he's not even having a rest, poor guy. I'm sure he's got his A-levels coming up or something.
Yeah, he does.
Something like that's going on, right? Gordon again. Oh, mate, you need to see Bruno G's assist for... I was saying Gordon's assist as well for Almiron's goal, but you need to see Bruno G's outside of the ball.
Now, my take a few weeks ago on Gordon, does he need to go? I think he needs to go.
Where?
To the Euros.
Yeah, he's going to the Euros. He's going to the Euros. If he doesn't go to the Euros, Gareth Southgate's off his nut, mate. He's off his nut, so...
Even Sterling for me, he's been better than all three of them. 100% he's been better than all three.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's been more consistent than Sterling. No, I agree with you. Because it was me that was arguing who's been the better player this season, Sterling or Gordon. I agree with you because he's been more consistent. And recently in the big games, man, last few...
Champions League as well, he's been good.
And Sterling in the last couple of big games for Chelsea, he's gone missing. Yeah, he's not really been there. Yeah. We're finishing on Brentford v Villa. Villa, mate, the surprise package of the season, continuing it. This was a top victory. I'll tell you why. It showed that mentality. Yeah. You know, we're going till the end. We're going to keep battling.
Yeah, I mean... Leon Bailey again involved.
Yeah, scrappy goals as well. So again, it showed.
It was a good cross that.
Which one?
The equaliser.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, man. As in, loads of players in the box.
I think
Martinez is big for them.
He's massive. He's a top keeper, man. He's one of the best keepers.
It's his mindset, bro. He's mental. He's nuts. He's a nutter, that guy.
But yeah, Brentford.
Did you see the brawl? He started in it. I love Martinez, bro. I think it's Mope. You know, Mope, he's a proper, you know that, like, I'm sure that's a word in our language, man. And if it isn't, let's make it a word. Call somebody a Mope. That's what that guy is. Like, you'd call somebody a Mope. Then look at his face, bro. Mope. Yeah, Mope, pen. No wonder Martinez gripped him from here, man. IG, get up, man. Martinez is like that as well, innit? He's a funny guy, man. Argentinian, he's got that about him. So Emery winning again.
And Ollie Watkins with another goal, man.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Is he going to the Euros?
He has to.
There you
Kane's
go.
back up.
So that's what I mean.
All day.
He has to be.
Maybe even in a game where you go 4-4-2, maybe try and take it. I don't know.
In a knockout game where you need a goal, maybe. Yeah, he has got a lot of pace, man. He has got a lot of pace. He's good in the air as well, you know.
Just good in the air.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's actually good in the air.
Left foot, right foot. He's quite thingy, man.
What do you lot think when you're playing them? Or what do you think when you play them? Win? Loss? Do you think they're going to take it? Is that Villa Park?
Bro, they've beaten City, they've beaten Arsenal, they've beaten everyone.
Villa Park, do you think they'll take you?
No, it's at Old Trafford.
Oh, I keep getting mixed up, man.
Get mixed up.
With Hammers or not.
I'll be honest with you, if we play like... I don't know what United's going to turn up. I can't tell you, man. We can beat them. 100% we can beat them. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, there we are. Thank you very much. Comment, share, like and subscribe. See you in the next one.